All right. See, and the interview already started, by the way.
Did it?
So, yeah, totally.
Oh.
We're almost done.
Okay, good.
Really, if you think
All right, well, great. Then we're done.
Like,
I already feel much better. Now we don't have to talk about like how I grew up and.
nah, we'll save that for part 2.
Okay.
We'll do another one.
Yeah, I like it. A follow up.
It could be a series.
Yeah, you could be like, hey, following out Jina. This is where she's.
Right.
It's how far she's come.
Gina now. Hey, let's talk about your progress.
Yeah, exactly.
Both in skiing.
Yeah, I'm getting much better. Going from blue to black.
I'm trying to figure out a good way to segue skiing into talking about LinkUnite or the industry, and I'm having gotta be something.
But I can tell you what is a really good segue.
Please.
Is that I've been in the industry much longer than I've been skiing.
Nice. That's much smoother than what I was coming up with. That's great.
Right.
How long would that be?
About 25 years.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's not possible. Come on.
This is what we said. Remember see, this is a good another segue.
Yeah.
We don't look like we've been old enough to do this for this long, or at least you haven't, but I have. Yes. No, I started like in 2000, like at like the advent of like the internet. So I basically worked for a company, Auto by Tel, which they were the first internet company to actually have like an ad on the Super Bowl. So like been around forever. Yeah. So I was sending like computers to dealerships, like dealers, like on the phone and like showing them how to use like the internet, how to use like a computer, how to use like a digital camera. Remember back in the day, like this is like what Auto by Tel did, is then I would call them and I'm like, all right, you've got to put in like your email. And they're like, what is this email business? So I'd go on to like Yahoo or MSN or like
Earthlink.
Yeah, something along those lines, right? And then they're like, all right. And I'm like, and then hit the space bar. And they're like, which one is that? I'm like, it's the one that looks like a hot dog. So all during that, like, right, I was on the front, I was like an account manager. I talked to dealers. And then at some point, went into like the operations of like lead management, like lead gen, and then went into like different kinds of like marketing. I've never been in an industry with so many like positive women. Like, and I feel like this is one of my opportunities of like meeting ladies. I've kind of been in this like market for a long time, or like in this like vertical or like this type of business. They want to help you and they want to give you some of the secrets.
Yeah, our space is, it is very unique. In terms
fluid.
But those relationships that you're talking about, because that's one of the common threads, is that, when you've been in the space for a couple of decades, there are people you are still friends with.
Yes.
They've worked at different companies and you've kind of crossed paths multiple ways, but you build these really strong bonds with certain people.
Right. No, and that's what I'm thinking is that it's such a small space. It feels really large at first. Like when you first come in, it's like 6 degrees of separation. You meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize that you guys knew each other. And then, right. And then you figure out that that's the way, and that's how you stay in an industry like this, right? Like this is how you stay somewhere for 20, 25 years, is that you try to be like a good person and you try to make good deals. I feel like that's really the secret of, I'm working for the same company for a while. I don't know, maybe another 25 years and I'll be selling flying cars and nobody's gonna, I won't be selling siding because houses won't need it anymore. I'm not gonna need any more gutter guards because we're gonna figure out a way to suck out leaves. I don't know. We'll figure something out, right? I mean.
What's the best advice you've ever received in your career?
I think it was twofold. I think one is never expect or want to be the smartest person in the room. And then two is that I feel like you have to be the most genuine that you can. Like if you always are the most genuine that you are, then you never have to pretend. I guess most people that meet you can tell like how genuine you are. And
that's great.
Never stop lying.
There it is.
Is that good?
We're done.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Scary.